Alright, welcome back to another OSINT or OSH podcast, YouTube, Instagram Live thing. I'm using a different mic this time, so let me know if you like this one better. I'm coming to you from a parking garage, because I'm at work a little early, so I was like, screw it, I'll just do this now. Today's topic is going to be burner phones. Not how to get one necessarily, but what you're doing wrong if you have one. So what is a burner phone? And this is what most people end up getting wrong. Traditionally, a burner phone was something that you could throw away. You could burn if you needed it. However, with the invention of the smartphone and subsequent, I'm using air quotes right now, burner phone applications, people have lost sight and improperly used their personal phone, a phone linked to them, or a phone that they buy with a card or at a big box store to be used as a burner phone. In most cases, I would suggest, if you're getting a burner phone, figure out why you're getting it. Contrary to popular belief, the average citizen doesn't need a burner phone. I say need as in need. They don't need one. Should they have one? Yes. Do I have one? Yes. However, the average person doesn't need it. The average Joe Schmo just will go into work, coming home, white picket fence, 2 kids and a wife and a dog, and unless he's John Wick, he doesn't need it. Or the accountant, that's a good one too. Sorry, movie tangents. Sorry about that, that's probably loud. The best thing that I can say for a burner phone is, if you need one, really see why you need it, because if you need it, then there's probably more stuff going on in your life than most people realize, and you're not one of those normal people. So, if you just want one, get one. It's great. You can use it for... this is where the applications come into play as well, because you can use Google Voice as a throwaway number. Now, a throwaway number is different than a burner phone. A throwaway number is a number that I can give to somebody, whether it be a bad date, selling a car, buying stuff on OfferUp, Let Go, Facebook Marketplace, whatever those may be, and that person doesn't have my actual information tied to it, usually. There are some websites that you can actually go on, especially if you have a Google Voice number that you've used for something, that you could tie your information to online, whether it be signing up for a survey or whatnot, where that data actually gets sold out and that number becomes known to you. But that's the difference between a throwaway number and a burner phone. The number is, you don't mind giving it out to people. The burner phone is, I need to get rid of this once I'm done with it. So, where are people going wrong with burner phones? Depending on the desire, want, and need, I would suggest getting a old school flip phone. You can text and you can call. That's all you need. For a true burner phone, you want to be able to be done with it. You don't want it to have GPS on it. You don't want to be able to surf the web. Some flip phones you can. But the whole point of a burner phone is to make it more difficult for the person that's trying to track you, have the ability to track you. You can still, and this is why I suggest a flip phone, you can still track a phone no matter what. Does getting it on Boost Mobile or one of the, subsidy phone accounts, does that make a difference? Yeah, of course it does. But it's still trackable. It doesn't change anything for those that can track a phone based off of cell tower hits and things like that. The GPS makes it extremely accurate, depending on what data they get from the cell tower company or the cell companies. And from the cell tower, it can either be a general area or it can be, precise as up to 5 to 10 meters. So that's as convoluted as this whole talk might have been. I didn't realize 5 minutes would go by this fast on this topic. Hopefully that gives you some information on burner phones. Let me kind of backtrack. I try and do this all in one go, that way I don't have to edit anything, because I just do this on my phone. So if you're wanting to get a burner phone, first thing you need to do is ultimately decide why. Do you need it or do you want it? From there, that either need or want, you should either go for, well, can I just use a throwaway number application? Or throwaway number applications don't always work when you're signing up for things as well. A lot of voice over IP numbers are actually blacklisted. Google Voice is pretty good about not being blacklisted just because it's a quote Google Voice number. But do I need a throwaway phone or a throwaway number or a burner phone? Once you figure that out, you have the option to make of, cool, make that Google Voice number, or now I need to go buy a burner phone. Well, how do I buy a burner phone? It's really simple. In 2021, even though you don't have to wear one usually, in my state, we don't have to wear masks at all, except for some buildings. My work is drinking Kool-Aid and still requires it. However, in most places, even though you don't need to wear a mask, wear a mask. Go into a big box store such as Wally World or wherever you can buy a phone. Wear a mask. That way, if you're on video, it's your face is covered. Park your car a little bit further out. Make sure you're not, right under a camera. Because 9 times out of 10, the parking lot cameras suck anyways. Go in there with either a prepaid gift card or Visa card that you filled with cash and bought with cash. And then go to the counter, find a $20 flip phone, buy a prepaid SIM card that you can either refill, or there's certain SIM cards now that you can actually get a new number and just request a new number. There's goods and bads to that, and that's a whole subject in itself. Once you do that, you buy that phone without giving any personal information. Most places to where you don't have to set up a plan, you can just buy the phone and be done with it. Again, try not to show ID or anything like that. From there, you leave. You plug in the SIM card out in the parking lot, make sure it works, and then shut the phone off. Each time your phone is on, it pings a cell tower, and it is possible to track that phone all the way back to your main location. Again, depending on what your desire is for the burner phone, or whether you need a burner phone or a throwaway number, you don't want that phone being tracked back to your home location or your main location, whether that be a safe house, whether that be a field office, depending on what you're doing. There's a lot of things that go into this. That's about it in terms of burner phones that I want to get into right now. That's just the base level information. The other thing, there is one more thing you can do. However, there is a chain on this, is OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. You can buy a used phone off of both of those places. Two things you have to worry about. One is that transaction is noted. Even if you may pay in cash, that there are still messages between you and this other person stating that you want to buy this object. Both of those messages, both of the sent and receive, can be retrieved via a warrant from both Facebook and WhatsApp. So that be careful if you're going to do that, again, if you want a true burner phone. But burner phones, they're a very sensitive and needed topic to talk about. Again, however, how I stated in the beginning, most people aren't doing it correctly. They're giving up too much personal information, personal identifying information. PII is what you might see it as in acronym, or not an acronym, but an acronym. Shorthand, whatever the word is, I can't think of it now. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, this has gone on for longer than I want. I'll get this put up today, hopefully. It's the 14th, 15th, whatever day. It's the 15th at 6 o'clock in the morning, so it's fun, yay. Let me know if this made sense at all, or if I should just redo this. And let me know what you want to hear next. I appreciate you guys that are liking and commenting on this stuff. It helps me want to actually do this a little bit more. And maybe at some point I'll go into a little bit of my background and not necessarily what I do today, but what knowledge and experience I have from what I do. Alright guys, thanks. Like I said before, leave a comment and give this thing a like, just so I know so many people are watching it, and have a great rest of the day.